Well. Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of F Your Feelings Friday. I am your hostess and your melanated queen, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. I hope you're having a wonderful evening today. Let's get into it, you all. This has been a tumultuous week. This has been a very interesting week. And it's been a little tiring and draining, you all. I don't know if anybody else out there feels me right now, but I do know one thing. We are in full moon energy, you all. So, for all of you out there, I don't know if you do ritualistic practices in the full moon, but it has been heavily stated that if we're in full moon energy, that you all go ahead and get the rituals started. Break out your candles, light those candles, do your candle magic. Let's get it started so we can start manifesting, making money moves, okay? Everybody knows that they say March comes in like a lion and leaves out like a lamb. You all, we have had tumultuous winds. We have had rain. We have had beautiful weather. We have had cold weather. You all, we've been in the war zone with this thing called weather. Okay. So, with that being said, hopefully, this is a start to a new spring in 2022, making everything brand new. You all, we want to give a special shout out and thanks. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin this broadcast by bowing our heads and joining our hands, you all, like we always do. Okay, with the power invested in me, I now pronounce thee. Okay, to give thanks all around us. That's right. Don't make me start preaching up in here. I'm starting to feel a quiver in my bones, y'all. So, what we want to do is we want to just say thank you to the ancestors, the spiritual ancestors that are amongst us, those that are looking out for us that we cannot see, that has transitioned in this physical realm to the 5D realm, you all. They're in a whole new dimension so they can help us on the other side. You all, we also want to give thanks that we have the physical capacity of our bodies, that we are of sound mind and sound judgment, that we are still, you all, able to walk, talk, and breathe, see, hear, have our five senses, have our other sense, which is called the third eye sense, you all, those who are enlightened and highly elevated. That's who I'm talking to. All right. We also want to give thanks, you all, that we have the necessities here, that we have food to provide nourishment to our bodies, that we all have shelter and reliable transportation, that we are already healed in the physical, the mental, the emotional, the psychological, and the spiritual. We give thanks in advance for those things. We give thanks, okay, for all the dreams that are manifesting for us, those that are already claimed, okay? We give thanks that we are basically carrying out our visions and our dreams. We give thanks for our friends and family and those who truly love us and care about us. You all, people like to throw out the LOVE word very loosely. I do not. People like to throw out that term friendship, that word very loosely. I do not. More than likely, I have acquaintances and associates. To be a friend of mine, you really have to be a true, dear-hearted friend. You all, so that's what I would like to give thanks for. And we give thanks just for the flourishing of many great things to come in our future. And we also give thanks for the present, okay? Because with the present, we are making the future and we'll have beautiful memories to look back on. That's what life is about: building dreams, building memories with the beautiful souls and spirits that you love. That is what really matters at the end of it all, you all. They're not going to look at you and say, oh, you worked for this company for 20 years. Nobody really cares about that. They care about the aura and the essence of your spirit and your soul. So that's what we have gathered here today to talk about. You all, I did not send out any notifications for this today. I just did not even think I was going to come on here today and talk to you all. I wanted to come on camera today, but you all, I am extremely exhausted. Okay, please forgive me. I had a whole outfit and a whole ensemble I was going to wear for you. And I might play a little clip so you can see it. It was really cute. Um, But if I don't do that, then maybe next time, okay? So stay forward and stay tuned because I might do a special for Sunday called Sunday Rendezvous, okay? We have rendezvous on Sundays. I do have some showings tomorrow. I had some showings this AM, and last night I was at a show, okay, for 4 hours. I had the pleasure of seeing Joe. I saw Anthony Hamilton and Maxwell, you all. Now, unbeknownst to me, I did not know Maxwell was that just amazing. Okay. So if you have not seen a Maxwell performance and if he's going to be in a city near you, try to make it out to see him because you're going to be in for a treat, you all. His stage presence was immaculate. The lighting was wonderful. The energy was there. I mean, of course, he has the gifted talent of singing. And of course, Anthony Hamilton with that soulful voice of his, man. And Joe sounds great as well. He still sounds the same, you all. I will say that of all the shows that I will go to see, I do not go to rap concerts as much, you all, as I like to get turned up in the car. As much as I basically bought all the rap CDs back in the day, as much as I downloaded all the mixtapes, all the mixed songs, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I mean, I can tell you, I can go down a whole walk of No Limit, Bad Boy, Cash, uh, what is it, Cash Money. Um, I was just an all around person. I used to listen to West Coast, the East Coast, South Side. It doesn't matter. Project Pat, 3 6, you name it. I got it. Okay. From Lil Kim to Foxy Brown, all of them, you all. But out of all of them, I will say that I would go see Anthony Hamilton any day, anytime, hands down. He always stays very down to earth, very personable. I like his personality. And this is, I think, the third time that I've seen him in person. The second time I met him at the airport, you all. And he was very down to earth then. So I love when people don't get big headed. Maxwell is the same, very humble, and Joe as well. So if you're going to spend your money, my advice to you is spend your money on people that appreciate you as a fan, okay? Because these artists, so-called artists out here are getting so big-headed. And I love the fact that they stay in their own lane and that they have their own style. They don't try to duplicate other people, okay? Now, Anthony Hamilton did sing one of Luther Vandross's songs, y'all, and it sounded so good, all right? And I love their stage presence and all of their personalities. It's really well received, you all. And the intermission, y'all, the intermission is crazy. Okay. I might post I might post some of it on my channel so y'all can see how the crowd was turned up, y'all. They played Juvenile, okay? They played a whole they played a whole host of artists. They played Mary J. Blige, but y'all, the intermissions were turned up in between the sets. So I gotta give a shout out to them because they handled that very well. That's what I call a show, y'all. So money well spent. All right, moving along, y'all. As you all know, I did host a live stream last Friday called F Your Feelings Friday Part 7. This one is Part 8. And YouTube took it down because, well, they didn't take it down, they blocked it. So, because I used in one of Inside Edition's clips, we were talking about the students being attacked by teachers and the teachers attacking students and vice versa, and the children being attacked in daycare. So, because I was showing these clips, I guess I was not supposed to do that. So, they went ahead and blocked it. So, what I will do is I will restream it and I will find a clever way, okay, to navigate through the nonsense, you all, for those of you who haven't seen it, because that video was doing very well. And I did have someone ask me about it. I tried to send it to her, but she said she wasn't able to view it. So I do have it saved and I will try to catch y'all on the replay, okay? Uh, let's see here. We also want to give a special recognition to the Braxton family, you all, Traci Braxton. I don't really talk about celebrities too much. But, what I will say is that this situation did touch me a little, only because I realized how Traci Braxton was trying to do things for herself. She was actually, you all, like at the end of her death. Okay, so I'm going to play a clip and I want y'all to pay attention. And this is I don't want anybody to take this in a negative way, but we got to be careful how we talk to people while they're here amongst us, while they're walking here in this physical realm. Tracy Braxton, as we all know, because I used to watch the Family Value show, it was very entertaining. But she was always the one that set apart from her sisters because she lived in Maryland, which they classify as the DMV. I'm very familiar with that location. I think she lived in Severn, Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. And she was married. She had a husband. She had a son. And she did hair, but she was more of a regular, down to earth person. So she was very relatable to a lot of the fans. Um, for those of you who are not aware, I'm just going to give you a little background on Tracy Braxton. I'm going to share my screen. If you're not familiar with Tracy Braxton, she was the one that just basically stood apart from the rest of her sisters. Okay, she had a very strong personality as well, and some of that will be attributed to the fact that she was an Aries, or she is an Aries, you all. So I'm going to just give you a little rundown on what an Aries is like, okay? Because I have an Aries in my family, and they are very strong willed, very feisty, strong, determined, you all. And so this is just the nature of how they are. You don't want to rub them the wrong way. They don't take too kindly to disrespect. And a lot of times we saw Tracy Braxton biting her tongue. So you all, these are all the images of her. I think this was a very nice photo of her. Here's another beautiful one. They show this one a lot. This is a beautiful photo of her. So I'll go ahead and just share my screen so you can see the late and great Miss Tracy Braxton. You all, she was the sister of Tony, okay, and Tamar Braxton. I hate when they put this dead at 50. She's not dead at 50, okay? She has transitioned, okay? Let's say that. She has transitioned at 50, okay? Because all of us are going to go through this. It's inevitable. Okay. None of us can stop it. These are just the physical laws of nature. Okay. So if something were to happen to one of our or your family members, do we want them posted up on a freaking screen every which way we turn? Dead at 50? No, I think it's disrespectful, not only to the spirit that has transitioned, but to the family as well. You all have to understand she left behind a son, grandchildren, and a husband, a mother, okay, and a father, and a host of sisters, siblings. She had a brother, cousins, nieces, nephews, people who loved this woman far beyond what we saw on the TV screen. And I just remember when the announcement was made, someone sent me the text, and all I could say was no. I could not believe it. I don't know why this troubled me so much, but it just did. And I guess it's because I was following the Braxtons probably not as closely as some of you may have been, but I was following Tracy Braxton a little bit. And I remember when she came out with her first CD, her first solo CD, I think that was a few years ago. Um, and it was a song called Last Call. Now, I liked the song. I had it downloaded on my phone. I had it downloaded, I think, to like my MP3 player or whatever. And I used to listen to the song, and she actually did a pretty good job. Like Tracy sounded like she had started working on her vocals and really taking her music seriously. So I know all the attention was put on Tony Braxton at one point in time, and Tamar when she came out. Now, Tamar has a beautiful voice, in my opinion. She has one of the most beautiful voices I've heard. She reminds me of a cross between Mariah Carey and Beyonce mixed together. That is just my opinion, but I love the tone of Tamar's voice. It's just, to me, it's like a songbird. But I think Tracy Braxton's um a lot of her energy and a lot of what we saw was overshadowed by her sisters a lot of times. And when they portrayed her on the screen, she seemed to have been problematic because she would have outbursts. And I think that Tracy Braxton was misunderstood. So let me just give you a little backstory on her. She had a birthday, which would have been coming up in the next couple of weeks. April the 2nd was her birthday. That's the day after April Fool's. So that would put her in alignment with being an Aries. Aries is the war sign, you all, if you're not familiar. Aries are the sign of war. Okay, it's the first zodiac in the zodiac configuration. Okay, so the zodiac starts in Aries, which tells us that basically our new year definitely starts in late March, early April, because that's the springtime. That's when things start to blossom. And I think I did this on a different live stream and I talked about that. So we are on this calendar, but it has thrown us all off because our our um our year doesn't start in the wintertime. It starts in the spring. Okay. So let's get that situated first. Also, Aries is also the sign of the ram. Rams can be very confrontational. They're very headstrong. They're strong willed. They're determined. They're straightforward. Okay. You don't want to get into it with the ram because be very clear. You're going to be in for a fight. Okay. They don't back down easily, especially when they have been done wrong. And you don't want to agitate or aggravate the ram. Okay. It's just as simple as that. Also, Aries is a sign of fire, okay, in the zodiac. Fire, okay, so very passionate. These people have tempers. Um, Aries is one of the signs that has a lot of when they're like, put it this way, if they're upset, they are upset and it's hard to calm them down, okay? You really just have to let them be how they're going to be. And, you don't want to continue to just be argumentative with an Aries, you all. Okay. So if you have an Aries, in your family, or if you have experienced this, then you know what I'm talking about. All right. So that is the sign of Miss Traci Braxton. Now, I wanted to get into a few other things here because Traci, yeah, I took some notes on her, you all. uh, the meaning of her name, Traci. Okay. So I wrote this down because I actually researched it. Okay. The meaning of her name. Let's see if I wrote this down. If I didn't, I'll get back to it. But it's an Irish name and it means warlike. 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 Irish name meaning warlike. So unbeknownst to me, when I looked this up, I was kind of surprised because I just told you that Aries is the sign of war. Okay, it is a fire sign and it's the sign of the ram, RAM. For numerology, I looked up her life path number. She's a life path 6. Okay. So, all of you who are not familiar with the life path 6, they're very family oriented, they are nurturers, and they're very parental. You all, Tracy was a very family oriented individual. If you notice, she put her family first. She did not go chasing after the fame and fortune of a star-like or stardom of a career. She was very, down to earth, and she basically lived her life that way, from what I could see. Um, Also in numerology, you all, if you haven't, check out King Simon. He has a book called "Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated." Numerology is very just straight to the point. And it is very real. A lot of people don't believe in it, but there are a lot of people in the entertainment industry who practice numerology because they participate in rituals. Okay. There are certain numbers that vibrate a certain way in your life. And if you're not familiar with it, you have days that are going to be your challenge numbers. Okay. And there are days that are going to be your power numbers, and there are days that are your lucky numbers. Okay. So pay attention to that, because on these certain days, you may find yourself undergoing adversity. I just had a challenge day. I don't even want to go into it, you all. I was extremely agitated. I'll just leave it at that. Numerology also talks about going into your critical cycle, you all. If you're not familiar with your critical cycle, it's 60 days before your birthday, okay? That means that there's going to be a change that takes place approximately 60 days before your birthday, okay? You're going to have to make a decision, or there's going to be something major that may take place. So, unbeknownst to us, Traci Braxton transitioned within 60 days before her birthday, okay? Because this transition happened, I think it was March the 11th. They announced it on March the 3rd. Okay. And she would have had a birthday April 2nd. So she was in her 60-day transition or her 60-day critical cycle, you all. It has been said that many people transition within their 60-day critical cycle. So they always say, like, if you have someone elderly in your family and they're in that 60-day critical cycle, please check on them. Let them reach out to them and let them know someone cares about them, because you don't know the battles that people are facing, the battles that people are undergoing. The cause of, her transition was cancer to the esophagus, because I don't want to mispronounce that word. And I was wondering, was she a smoker? Was she drinking? It can be caused by smoking and drinking. Because she was a singer, I did not see her smoking. It sounded like maybe she was protecting her voice. I don't know. She was hoarse. That is one of the signs of having cancer of the esophagus, is they'll get hoarse. We did hear her being hoarse on the Braxton Family Values. Also, acid reflux can cause one of the causes of cancer of the esophagus, because your esophagus goes from your throat all the way down to your stomach, you all. And then they said also physical activity. So I took the liberty to research some of this information, because I just was kind of wondering, what exactly is cancer of the esophagus. And I just felt that it was kind of unfair that she, had to undergo what she underwent, what she has undergone. It looks like this cancer took her quite swiftly, you all. It's unfortunate that she lost the weight that she lost. I mean, we saw her unravel in a very brief amount of time. She didn't have a lot of time, probably once she was diagnosed. I don't know how long she knew, but I am guessing that it had to have been um, maybe in the to 2020 to around early 2021. If you go back and look at some of the video footage, some of the videos that I've seen, you'll recognize that you did not really see the Braxton sisters on Braxton Family Values after that time period. The last that we saw was in 2020 when Tamar had that big emotional breakdown. They said that she was suicidal and then she tried to take her life by taking pills. So I don't know if that was any connection to this Traci Braxton incident. I don't think it was. I think Tamar was just undergoing some of her own demons. Okay. But it looks like she did try to make amends with Traci towards the end, because it probably was revealed to Tamar that her sister was, morbidly sick and ill, unfortunately. I think it was very touching. I saw a tweet posted by Traci Braxton's son, and basically the tweet read that when his mother found out that she was sick, the first thing she said was, "I'm going to beat this." Okay. All the way to the end. Even Evelyn Braxton, which is her mother, said that Traci would be in tears. She would be in literal tears, talking about how she was going to get through this and fight this no matter how bad her situation looked. And yet, and still, cancer still had its way, you all. So this is why I want to say, be careful how you treat people while they're walking amongst you on this earth, you all. Um, I'm going to play a clip for you, because I want to personify and I want to put this into context exactly what I mean. People are out here being vicious, and this is no mean to antagonize anyone, but I just want you all to understand that you got to take this life seriously and stop taking people for granted. So I'm going to play this clip for you, so we can get some clear understanding of some of the things that bothered Traci before, her passing, you all. So let me stop sharing my screen. I'm going to share my screen and show this clip, and I'm going to play it in the background because I don't want to get, in trouble for showing the whole thing, you all. So let me see here. Let's share my screen one more time so you can see this. We are the Braxtons, and you'll see that we're not like an ordinary family. All right. I think Tamar said she helped write that. Okay, so I'm gonna play this. Actually, hold on. Let me this is how we're gonna do it. Okay. Hopefully you can hear this. It is so hard for me. I'm not speaking against you, but you gotta do the best. Trina called me on the day of the shoot, and then she put me on three-way with Tawanda. They wanted me not to show up to work. It's okay. I wasn't willing to do it. They put a lot of pressure on her. Oh, my baby. I'm fine. I'm fine, Papa. I'm fine. My last conversation with them was I wasn't protesting. I mean, you know, so much you can take. I decided to not stop filming because, I mean, there's other stories to be told. I still have a life, and my life is still going on. What was it that really brought you to this point now? Daddy, I've just been so emotional because my sister's not with me. We're not taping together. Everybody feeling I'm a traitor. You traded for what? For handling your business? I signed a contract. It's very hurtful to me to see them girls bickering and fighting. What do they want? I don't know. I don't know and don't care. Hey, look, you made a decision. They made a decision. Okay? Yours was to continue to work. Theirs wasn't. Okay? You don't have to stop because they stopped. One of my sisters said that I was dead to them. I'm a sister. I have the same bloodline as all my sisters and brothers. I'm always treated like I am a cousin sister. All right. And there you have it. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. But as you could hear, Traci Braxton was just going over some of the antics that went on behind the scenes, you all. I remember that the sisters stormed off the set because they were being underpaid, you all. And it is no secret that the Kardashians were making far more money than them. It was later revealed Tawana Braxton actually has a YouTube channel called King Ladybug, if you want to check that out, and they talk about some things that went on behind the scenes, and she admitted on the podcast with her boyfriend or her husband, whomever he is, that basically the cameramen were making $1,200 a day, and the cameramen were making more than the Braxton sisters. So you have the cameramen making more than the talent, you all. So imagine how that had to be when they found out that they were being underpaid. So unfortunately, if you have signed contracts, contractual agreements, I guess Tracy, my apologies, wanted to fulfill her agreement. Maybe she felt that she finally was getting a taste of, what she wanted to do, and now it was being snatched away from her. So now we're going to further examine a little bit more about her because Traci Braxton, okay, had released some songs before she passed away. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to pull this up so you can actually take a look here and see some of the CDs that she had out. I think this picture right here was absolutely phenomenal, you all. I love this picture right here. She looks very divified, you all. This I would like to duplicate that right there. This one right here. I don't even know if they'll. Okay, let me go back. So anyway, this is it. This is it right here. They don't show the full pose, but I love that one. So before her untimely death, she was actually doing things. And this right here is the Last Call song. You can check it out. I'm not going to play it because I don't want anybody saying anything, but it's a nice song. Yeah, here it is. Here's the pose. It's called Broken Things. I listened to that song as well. It features Toni Braxton, Tawanda, and Trina. Tamar was not on the song. I do remember Tamar posting a vicious post about Tracy's vocals. I'm not going to repeat it. It was something about having or needing auto tunes. She later went on to apologize for that, you all. So the bickering that went on, I just want to say you don't want to bring that to a public platform, you all, especially when you've grown up in the same house, with these ladies. You basically share the same DNA, y'all. Y'all have 50% DNA that y'all share. It's, very ugly to bring things like this to the social platform because people want to have a field day. They want to get inside of what's going on with the chaos and drama. If you remember, every time Tracy had, like some type of interview, they were asking her about the sisters and the feuding and the chaos and the family and what's going on between them. That's what people really wanted to know about. They didn't care about if they're okay. Is she okay? They made it seem like, oh, yeah, well, we're glad you're doing fine. But really, people feed off of conflict. So this is why I would say keep your drama off of social media, you all, because once you have resolved it and settled it, other people want to bring it back up to keep rehashing the wounds, okay? So I'm pretty sure Tamar and Tracy has, they definitely made up. But that's just a little synopsis of how people like to keep, the inner turmoil and conflict going along. You all, Evelyn Braxton did tell her children, do not marry for love, marry for money and stability. She is so funny. Um, and so we definitely wish that Tracy Braxton, has a wonderful transition, even though it was a very untimely situation. I felt like it was too soon. I felt like it was not meant to be. I feel that she should still be here. Feel like I didn't want her to suffer. I mean, you can go and look at the photos of her where she just looked so unlike herself. Okay. She lost a lot of weight. And even until the very end, she had the bold, brave courage to take portraits, to take photos, to show up to her son's um, wedding. You all, even in her time of basically her sickly state, she had the energy to do that. She even took a picture in front of the Christmas tree for the last Christmas, which was 2021. You all, and you can tell that she was not well, and a lot of people wanted to talk about her, thinking that perhaps she had had a tummy surgery, which was not the case. Okay, Tracy Braxton had lost weight anyway, which looked very nice on her. But unfortunately, Tracy Braxton was sick, you all. Okay. So that is that. There's another photo or another video of her that I thought was just beautiful. And I don't know. Let me see if I can bring it up. It's on Instagram, you all. So let's see if it will allow me to show her video. Okay. Let me share my screen. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so here's her Instagram page. Okay, she was wishing everyone a happy birthday. All right, so I don't think it's going to let me show you the video. Let me see. Go to her videos and see if it'll come up. All right, so this is like some of her videos where she was still, being very active. This was her, she was still doing interviews. But it looks like, she had started losing weight, you all. I'm not sure if she was sick there. I mean, people keep things very secretive, so we'll never know. But nonetheless, just know that she did have a family. Okay, it's going to ask me to sign it. She had a family that cared about her, you all. So I think people need to be very mindful of that when they come on and make these big orchestrated posts saying that Tracy Braxton DEAD at age 50, you all. It's very just disrespectful, if you ask me. Okay, because her energy still resides. Okay, it's in the universe, and it is not dead. Her energy is not dead. The Aries, you can never forget that energy is a very strong, powerful energy. And so I just wanted to say that. Moving along, you all. All If I find that video of her, I will play it. So anyway, who all here believes in the Easter Bunny? Because we have Easter coming up. April the 17th, you all, is the day of Easter. So what are we celebrating? Easter. What are we celebrating? Celebrating something going to the east? What do bunnies have to do with laying eggs? I think we talked about that before. You all, another interesting topic that I wanted to bring up is the fact that if you are not aware, the Dollar Tree is a lot of people's best friend, you all. You can always be rich at the Dollar Tree, but they have had a host of issues going on with rodent infestations, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. So they basically said if you have been buying snacks and anything like that out of the dollar store, be very careful. Why? Because of this rodent infestation. I must say, this is not the first time that I've heard about the rodent infestation. This has been taking place, you all, for a couple of years. I heard about this years ago. Now, here we go right here. This is a grand jury subpoena over Family Dollar rat problem. Okay, this was 3 days ago, posted by CBSNews.com. The rat carcasses. Oh, this sounds so disgusting, y'all. The rat carcasses on the conveyor belt. Oh my gosh. Grand jury subpoena over Family Dollar rat problem. You all, hold on one second. I gotta go plug my this is ridiculous. I gotta plug my laptop in for a second. It's not funny. It's quite troubling, y'all. But I gotta plug my laptop in. So while I depart, okay, let something play for you, and I will be right back in just a moment. All right, y'all. And I'm back, if you can hear me. Okay. So anyway, let's pull this back up here because this don't make no sense. Looking at this rat infestation problem. It says here, Dollar Tree on Tuesday said it received a federal grand jury subpoena issued by the Eastern District of Arkansas, okay, related to the rat infestation in one of its Family Dollar warehouses. The subpoena comes after a 22 FDA inspection report disclosed unsavory details about the facility, such as problems, okay, ranging from 4 rat carcasses on a conveyor belt to rodent droppings, too numerous to count, you all. Dollar Tree, which is the parent of Family Dollar, listen to this, you all, I did not know this. Dollar Tree, which is the parent of Family Dollar, said it intends to cooperate with the subpoena in any related investigation. Now, you all know that the Dollar Tree went up to $1.25, okay? And not only that, that was a 25% increase, okay? Now, wouldn't it be great if you all got a 25% increase in your pay or in your paychecks? That would be great. Or in your income tax check, 25%. What if you got 25% equity in your house just for no reason? People just give you 25%. But anyway, moving along. The subpoena has requested information, documents, and records about the pests, the sanitation, and compliance with the law, about some procedures and practices according to a company filing with the U.S. Secretaries and Exchange Commission on March the 15th. So this is very recent, you all. Family Dollar closed more than 400 stores in February after more than 1,000 dead rodents were found at one of its distribution facilities, you all. So that is the actual distribution facility. This is where all the stuff comes from, and it is, basically transported all over to the nation. Okay, and it comes to a Dollar Tree near you. Now, several products sold at Family Dollar stores in 6 states were voluntarily recalled, the Food and Drug Administration said last month. Early, the infestation has proved costly, with Dollar Tree saying the product recall and store closure resulted in a cost of $34 million. So I want you to know, I went to the Dollar Tree actually yesterday and the day prior to that because I'm doing some things, okay? I'm making some moves, y'all. And the Dollar Tree is very cost effective. But anyway, I saw that they have a $5 section at the Dollar Tree. And you know, the Dollar Tree has never had a $5 section. Okay, it also had a $3 section. So it started to put me in mind of the Dollar General store, you all. So it basically they're closely related, as we can see. Um, It also revealed in the March 15th filing that it is facing at least 9 proposed class action lawsuits over the infestation and recalls. You all, are y'all trying to jump in on that action? Are y'all trying to sue the Dollar Tree through by way of class action lawsuits? If so, just know how that works, because once they calculate that money down and divide it between hundreds of thousands of people, you might end up with $2. Okay. The FDA report said the company had been aware of the presence of rodents in the West Memphis, Arkansas facility since at least January 2020. Interesting, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. In October 2021, a fire drill sent dozens of rats scurrying around the facility due to the loud sound, the agency said. Y'all, this is ridiculous. I cannot. I cannot. This is crazy, y'all. Absolutely insane. Hold the freak up. The rats were scurrying around the premises, y'all. This is freaking crazy. This is just ridiculous. I cannot believe that they had rats scurrying around the premises. That's nasty. That's freaking nasty. Sorry, you all. I'm checking my phone real quickly here. I have had a lot of people send me stuff on Instagram. All right. In an email in response to the FDA report, Dollar Tree spokeswoman said the company takes this very seriously and is committed to providing safe and quality products. I bet y'all are. I bet y'all are. It's nastiness. To our customers, she added, we have been fully cooperating with all regulatory agencies in the resolution of this matter, are in the process of remediating the issue. You should be. The FDA confirmed the authentic, authenticity of the inspection report. Okay. Oh, this is so disgusting. Excrement pellets, y'all. The problems at the facility could hurt Family Dollar's reputation among consumers, retail expert Neil Saunders, managing director of global data, said in a report. Okay, so let me get this straight. Family Dollar is not the same thing as Dollar General. Okay, so Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are connected. Okay, so I had that incorrect. We find the situation concerning as we think it points to a wider sloppiness in the Family Dollar operation and a willingness to cut corners, Saunders wrote. While no one expects a dollar store to be palatial, consumers rightfully want basic hygiene and safety standards to be adhered to. Among the issues found by FDA inspectors at the facility, both live rodents and dead rodents of various states of decay through the facility, including where food was stored. A mouse carcass on a pallet, containing Hungry Jack, cheesy scalloped potatoes. I'm so glad I never bought any of that. Numerous rodent, oh gosh, excrement pellets found on multiple pallets of food, including products such as Nor chicken flavored rice and pasta blend, Nor pasta Alfredo, graffiti taffy, chestnut hill, self-rising flour, Big's taco supreme flavored sunflower season, Jello brands, instant chocolate Jello. Multiple, no less than 5 rats climbing up rack scaffolding and through a pallet containing potato chips, y'all. Oh gosh. Oh, F your feelings Friday. F your feelings, y'all, man. F your feelings, man. I don't do rats. I don't do rodents. I don't do snakes, and I don't do critters. Oh, many products, oh gosh, were gnawed on by rodents, such as tubs of Italian pistachio and vanilla duo spread, which had gnaw holes. Mm, 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 mm. Some pet food products also had evidence of rodents, with bags of dog and cat food having gnaw holes in them. I did hear that they had rats that had gotten into the dog food. You all did hear about that. Rodent droppings were also found on mm, personal care items like Crest toothpaste and Listerine mouthwash. Y'all, God, ugh. Woo! The FDA report said the company lacked a system to track reports from its stores that received contaminated products from the distribution center. It also stated that one store received a box with a large rat inside it. Y'all, what in the world? What in the freaking world? What has this world come to, y'all? Okay, let's continue. Dollar Tree said the distribution center remains open but is operating at limited capacity. At the same time, it is gradually reopening the stores it had shuttered due to the problem at the facility, but it doesn't have a timetable at the moment, the spokesman said. The facility is not currently shipping FDA regulated products such as packaged human and animal pet food, drug products, dietary supplements, medical devices, and cosmetics. The spokeswoman said, "We are working on a remediation plan." Oh boy. I don't know. What are your feelings about the Dollar Tree? I'm pretty sure things like this probably happen at more than just the Dollar Tree, y'all. Okay? I'm pretty sure it does. People don't want to talk about it, but I'm sure it really does happen. And people are unbeknownst to you eating these things. Okay, this packaging, this food in these facilities, in these warehouses, because we know that anywhere that food is, rodents and critters are going to find their way there. And we don't know what goes on in the facilities where the distribution of food comes. I mean, remember with the peanut butter, they had to do a recall on peanut butter, y'all, many years ago. Lettuce had a recall. There are so many products that have recalls because of salmonella poisoning. What is salmonella? Basically mishandling of food, you all, germs and bacteria. It's disgusting. So if you can grow a garden, please grow your garden. That's what I want to say to you all. Okay? You all, we're going to feed the ducks for a moment because I got another topic that I want to speak on, but I'm going to drift off for a bit. Okay? So I'm going to play this for you and I hope you enjoy. All right, you all, and we're back. Now, who remembers this infamous photo right here? What do they call Uncle Sam? Okay, I want you for the U.S. Army, U.S. representative of us, nearest recruiting station. You got this Caucasian dude wearing this hat with a star on it, with a red bow tie, looking at you like it's imperative. I want you. And Look at how they put you in bold letters, you all. So let's get into it, y'all. The selective service. That's what we want to talk about. I was talking about this with someone just the other day. Okay, that was my understanding. If you are the only male in the household, then you are not supposed to be called into the selective service. If you are the only child, okay, the only male sibling, they're not supposed to do that. But unbeknownst to us all, we have all basically been told, that they want us to join the military straight out of high school. They tried to get me, y'all. I said I won't go. And I remember they came to the high school. They gave checks to the children. Well, checks to the students on stage. At that time, it was like a $25,000 check right on the spot. To any person in high school during that time, that sounded like that was so much money. Like, ooh, they just got $25,000, right? Well, they would say anything to get you to enlist and get you to enroll. They will tell you that they can use you. They have a place for you no matter what it is you want to do. I told them what I wanted to do. I said, I want to write. I'm a writer. I like music. Oh, yeah, we can help you with that. Oh, we'll take care of your college tuition. We'll do this. We'll do that. They give you all these promises. I looked at that man and I was like, look at me. This is what I told him. He was at the mall, y'all. And I said, I remember you because he was out there at the mall trying to recruit y'all. It's like the street pharmacist pushing up on your children, okay, by way of the government. This is what they're doing out here. So let's get with it, y'all. So, anyway, he still tried to sweet talk me into it. I wasn't having it. I said, there's no way y'all are sending me to war. I told him, I said, I remember Desert Storm, okay? Oh, yeah, you're not going to war. How can they promise you this? Okay, how can they promise you? I used to work with one of my coworkers. They sent her nephew twice, okay, over to, I think it was Iraq. And he was like working on the military vehicles, changing tires, doing all those things. But you don't know what it's like to be in a foreign country and they are shooting, okay, all around you. People are losing their lives. And you think, I want to sign up for that? No, thank you. Okay. We don't even know why we're going over there and fighting for these things that they say we're fighting for, y'all. So they want to sweet talk people into the military so they can push their objectives. They want to send your children into the line of fire. And do you know that they said President Bush, okay, Jr., didn't even have the decency to sign the letters when they went out to the family of the relatives that died in the war. He had someone to stamp his signature on it, okay? So that tells you what they care about your people. And on top of that, they've already done the studies on the numbers. There are a certain amount of people that they already know are not going to make it, okay? They do statistics on this. Y'all check out the Kissinger report. Every time we have a quote unquote war, what happens? They play the same antics. They raise the price of gas, okay? They raise the price of gas. All right. They raise the price of gas and then they start playing these number games with people. They start taking away people's jobs. Okay. They start doing all types of nonsense. Um, I was in Walmart yesterday and I asked the guy, where are the people at customer service? Because I needed to go to customer service. You know, he told me they were closed. I said, well, when are they going to open back up? He said, I guess tomorrow. I said, tomorrow? Why? He said, because ain't nobody show up. I said, nobody showed up. Y'all, people are saying F it. It's F your feelings Friday up in here. People are tired of the nonsense, y'all. Customer service, they didn't even show up to Walmart. Oh, let me tell you another thing that's going on. Speaking of the Dollar Tree is now closing at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you all. 5 p.m., the Dollar Tree is now shutting down. Why? I asked one of the workers. They said because they don't have the staffing to cover the evening shifts. Now, I think this is some nonsense. I don't believe it. But yet and still, these are the antics and the games that they're playing. So right here, you see it says the selective service The selective draft law. Register June 5th if you are between 21 and 30 years of age. You are not excused from registering if you are a cripple or married or if you have dependents. You know, this is ridiculous. You are not excused from registering if you are a cripple or married or if you have dependents. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your wife. They don't care if you have children. And they don't care if you have a disability. That's basically what they're telling you, that you belong to them and you must do what they freaking say. Yeah, I would strongly encourage you not to give your child a social security number to be a ward of the state. Okay? Everybody must register, is what it says. The draft will come later, and then proper exemptions will be made. Okay? They telling you what they're going to do with your life. You don't have a choice. Now, does this sound like a democracy or does this sound like a dictatorship? You let me know while we're voting. Okay? And what sense does that make? Let's continue on. This is very small writing. I'm going to try to blow it up so I can see it better, you all. It says, for crippled men with dependents, men in certain occupations, etc. But no, but so June, I can't even see what it says. Something about June 5th. If you are between 21 and 30 years of age, register where men usually vote is your home, city, town, or precinct. Okay? And it says something in very small writing. Nobody will hunt you for sure that you register. I guess it says something like that. I can't see it on or before June 5th, but after June 5th, if you haven't complied with the law, the penalty is certain and severe. A straight jail sentence, you all. It says this applies to all aliens as well as citizens. Men who are sick, men who are away from home, and students should at once communicate with the clerk of courts of the county where they are now for instructions. Provost Marshal, you all. This is no joke. This is the nonsense, okay, that we call a democracy. There is no freaking democracy. Selective service draft law, register poster. This was in 1917. I don't even think in 1917 they really gave a F about melanated people. So why do they need okay, F your feelings. I don't even think they cared about melanated people, let alone do they care about us now. What they do care about, you all, is taking our melanin and using it for technology purposes. Okay. So we can actually look into that in just a moment. So these are the games being played. Okay. So I just want y'all to be very clear. Okay. These people don't care. It says right here, required all men between 21 and 30 to register for the draft. Candidates were drafted through a lottery system and then either accepted or rejected for service by a local draft board. About 2.8 million Americans were drafted, while another 2 million volunteered. 2.8 million Americans were drafted while another 2 million volunteered, y'all. Don't make their jobs easy for them is what I'm saying. You know when they say turn in your guns and you have these people that willingly went to turn in their firearms when you're basically you're supposed to have the right to bear arms. Why would you do that? Cash for clunkers. You know, all types of nonsense, y'all. And we got to stop doing that. And we have to basically forewarn other people because they make it harder for the people to try to stand up for themselves. It's just silly. Yeah, I'm just reading some of these documents. Woo, ooh, ooh, ooh. This is the nonsense, y'all, that you allow your country to do to you. It says your country needs you in the trenches. Workers, follow your masters. You think I'm making it up? I'm about to share my screen. I can't make this stuff up. This is the nonsense. These are the antics that are being played right in front of our faces, y'all. Right here. Right here. It says two arms, capitalists, parsons, politicians, landlords, newspaper editors, and other stay at home patriots. Your country needs you in the trenches. Workers, follow your masters. Okay. I don't have a master over me, so I don't know who they're talking to, but they surely hell won't talking to me. Okay. Now, what is this? It says here about African Americans. African Americans served in segregated units. So not only do they want you to give up your life to these people, they wanted to keep you segregated. Remember, I told you in 1917 they didn't care about us then. So what makes you think they care about us now? Oh, let me read this to you. It's called the Conscription Act of 1917. The Selective Service Act was used to raise, train, and transport a huge American army in a short amount of time. 6 weeks after the declaration of war, Congress grudgingly passed the draft bill. Right. The act requires all males from ages 18 to 45 to register. So, see, they widened that age span because we saw at first it said 21 to 30. Unlike the days of the Civil War, draft dodgers could no longer hire a substitute or pay an exemption fee. However, the law did exempt men in key industries such as shipbuilding. About 337,000 slackers managed to escape the draft. They called them slackers, y'all, because they didn't want to join, and 4,000 were excused. Within a span of a few months, the U.S. Army grew to over 4 million men. The Navy had about 11,269 in the Marines. Due to the racial attitudes at the time, African Americans, meaning melanated people, were not African Americans because we're not African and then American first. If we were already here, we are indigenous to this land, which means that we are American. We are the true indigenous people. So nobody can tell us what to do on this territory. Okay, served in segregated units. A majority of them were assigned construction battalions of unloaded ships. Although the act required draftees to receive 6 months of training and 2 months overseas, the need for men was so great that many entered battle not knowing how to handle a rifle. That's why they're getting killed, y'all. So they are sending your children in a line of fire to get massacred. Okay? They didn't care about these people. They probably wanted to end some of the population, y'all. Henry Kissinger. Read the Kissinger report, y'all, because I might talk about that again. It's F Your Feelings Friday. This is some nonsense. These are the games they're playing. So be very careful when you talk about this war in Ukraine, y'all. I would not be signing up to join the nonsense because that has nothing to do with us. This is between those idiots, okay, that claim that they rule the world. The nonsense of it all, y'all. F your feelings. Then you all, we want to talk about what they're doing with melanin, okay? See how they need you. They want you to join to increase their numbers, but not care if you get blown up. They don't care if you die. They don't care if you get killed. They don't care as long as their agenda is being served. They could care less. What did they just tell you to your face? They said F your feelings. Okay, that's why we got F your feelings Friday. Melanin. Now we're going to talk about melanin being used in technology, y'all. Y'all want to know why they've invented certain injections? Okay, we're going to find out why. Melanin being used in technology. This is crazy, y'all, because we do have something special, but people misuse it. Okay, they don't know how to take care of it. This is why I say check out Dr. Layla Africa, y'all. Read the book. It's called What Makes Black People Black, Melanin and How to Take Care of It. It is a very good book, and actually I need to re-examine it again. The best way to take care of yourself is through proper diet, you all, and stay away from a lot of nonsense, a lot of radioactive frequencies. This is why they have us tuned in so much to all these video games, to all these electronic devices. We need to steer clear of that. And sometimes we need to get in nature as much as possible with the sun. The sun is our friend. I don't care what they tell you. Oh, don't go in the sun. Don't look at the sun. Don't stare straight into the sun. There's such thing as called sun gazing. There is a such thing as sun gazing, you all. I used to do sun gazing. When I found out about it, they say you're not supposed to look completely into the sun. Well, guess what I did? I looked completely into the sun and I timed myself. And more each morning or each AM when I was able to do so, my time that I was able to look into the sun grew longer and longer. Okay. And it helps aid in your health. It helps aid in depression. It helps heal people, all types of physical ailments. Also, another thing is just feeding your body vitamin D by being out in the sunlight will stop you from being depleted of vitamin D, because a lot of melanated people are deprived of vitamin D because we are sun beings. We're meant to be in the sun. We're sun children, you all. We are children of the sun. Okay? So the melanin actually is activated under the sunlight, you all. Okay, people talk about all this moon magic and things like that. That's great, but we are sun beings. Um, and this is why we're made this way. So let's look, because there are articles out here right now talking about melanin conducts enough electricity to enable implantable electronics. Let me share my screen. The pigment in our skin could be used to make electricity. We already know that we're electric beings. That's why our hair stands up to the sun. That's why we have hair that's kinky. That's why our hair does what it does. Okay. No other race of people, okay, if you really pay attention, their hair doesn't do what our hair does. And it's for a reason. And you got people wanting to go around and cover their hair up. They don't want to have hair with flare. Y'all know I come on anytime and my hair is just as fluffy as I don't know what. And I'm there, bountiful in all my glory with my hair with flare, you all, because we're special. You need to embrace what's in you. You need to embrace the special parts of you. Okay? This is the study right here. This is March 29th, 2019. New study. Melanin conducts enough electricity to enable implantable electronics. Now, why would they show a pale skinned woman right here? And I'm not trying to be funny, but we know who the highly populated melanin population is, okay? So they're showing her right here. Melanin is a mildly conductive type of melanin that produces dark pigmentation in hair, eyes, and skin. Researchers have just found a way to boost its conductivity without adding foreign materials. Melanin, they misspelled that, because see, right here it has an L and right here it does not. Y'all, they need to hire me as the editor. I'm always finding mistakes in some of Tyler Perry's movies. I found editing mistakes. You all tell him to hit me up because I could help him out. I watched plenty of his DVDs and I saw mistakes all over those movies. I find mistakes in people's published books, okay? And these are just not regular, just ordinary books. These are like, real, I guess, professional books. I actually find editing mistakes right here in articles. I find mistakes even on, like, when they're on giving live broadcasts. I be finding mistakes, y'all. So yeah, tell them to hit me up because I can be an editor. All right, your melanin may be usable as a coating for implanted devices the body won't reject. Listen to this, y'all. We are electrical creatures. Yeah, we already know that. Defibrillators jumpstart us, for one thing, and electricity plays a part in how we work. So let me tell you something. Everybody has probably experienced this. When you stand in front of the radio, y'all remember that radio with the antenna, and it's very fuzzy and staticky, and you can't really hear it and it's not coming in clear, and then you stand in front of it and all of a sudden you get a clear signal. That's because your body is full of some type of electricity, and whatever your body is doing is a conductor. Okay, and that sound starts to get more clear when you stand in the line of the waves of the sound. I've done it plenty of times. I've stood in the way of the radio and it comes in clear. We all have experienced that. We all have experienced touching things and shocking it, and it's like static. You feel that when you touch someone and it's static. We are electrical beings. We know this. Okay, we don't need them telling. We know we're electrical, y'all. All right. Anyway, it says down to a cellular level. So basically, our cells are electricity. Eumelanin, okay, a dark pigment from which we get our eye, hair, and skin color, has been understood for nearly 50 years to conduct electricity. Y'all, they've been studying us far way longer than 50 years. For almost as long, scientists have been looking for ways to take advantage of this trait. Okay. So I want you to read into what they're saying because they talk in code, you all. So we got to understand the linguistics of it all, what they're really saying behind all of this. Take advantage of this trait, but your melanin conductivity has been too weak to serve any practical purpose beyond its biological role. Okay. Now we need to find out what eumelanin is. Okay. Because they're telling us, they're throwing this out. We know we have melanin. What is eumelanin? Okay. Let's see what that is. Eumelanin. So that we're informed on what this is. So it says eumelanin is a dark brown, black bioaggregate of melanin pigments derived from 5, 6 to dihydri. Okay, it's some type of formula that they put out here. So what does it mean? It means a brown to black pigment that is most common form of melanin and whose functions include protecting the epidermis against damage from ultraviolet radiation. Although we can temporarily raise the amount of eumelanin in our skin by tanning, the baseline amount is controlled by our genes and genetics. And I'm going to share this because I want y'all to understand that we as melanated beings, we have melanin. Okay, what they're talking about is the weaker strand of melanin. Okay, that is not us. So let's continue. That's why they showed that pale skin woman. All right, your melanin conductivity has been too weak. We're not weak. We're very strong beings, which is why they take the organs of melanated people and put them into bodies of people that are weaker because our organs are stronger, you all. That's why it's so, I advocate y'all take care of yourselves. You don't understand how powerful, how special you truly are designed. You are divinely designed. You're made in the image of your creator. They tell you this, okay, without telling you. All right, let's continue. All right, to serve any practical purpose. Well, we know that's not true for us. Okay. Some of these studies and some of these articles do pertain to us and don't pertain to us in the same instance. Now, however, a multidisciplinary team of scientists from Italy, their findings were published on in Frontiers in Chemistry on March 26th, have figured out how to boost that conductivity to the point that it may become usable as a coating for medical implants and other devices that human bodies won't reject. This is the first stepping stone of a long process that now can start, said chemist and lead author Alessandro Pazzella. All right. Now, this gives you some type of chemical structure, some chemical compound, or whatever this is. Now, this shows you melanin. This shows you melanin. Okay. What's been holding melanin's conductivity back? Other teams have attempted to boost the conductivity of melanin by combining it with metals or superheating it with graphene, have helped increase it, but required adding metals and other chemicals the human body would reject. Pazzella's team wondered if the problem was that the natural molecular structure of eumelanin was too chaotic and too loosely packed to maintain a strong current. Why would our melanin be loosely packed, you all? They're not referring to us because we have strong melanins while we have the pigment in our skin that we have. Okay, they just told you melanin is brownish and blackish in color. What color is most of our skin? Brown. What color is most of our hair? Black and brown. All of the chemical and physical analysis of eumelanin paint the same picture of electron sharing molecular sheets stacked messily together. The answer seemed obvious. Neaten the stacks and align the sheets so they can all share electrons. Then the electricity will flow. Well, guess what? Our electrons are already neatly stacked. Okay. That's why we're divine beings made in the image of our creator. Um, the electricity already flows through us. I just told you we have static electricity, which is why our hair grows up to the sun. I mean, all you got to do is wet our hair with water. What happens when you get in the heat? It's going to stand up. That's why we can wear froze. Y'all just saw Maxwell last night. What was his hair doing? Standing up to the sun, wearing his fro, rocking rough and stuff with his afro puffs, y'all. Okay? These are things that we can do that they cannot. When you wet their hair, what does it do? It gets flat. It gets wet and lays flat. Every other species that I know of does that, except for us. Turning up the heat on melanin, you all. They decided to try and achieve this, says co-author and electrical engineer Paolo Tassini. So with a name like that, he's Italian, through basically heating in a vacuum to tighten up melanin by getting rid of its water and vapor molecules. So they want to take the water out of it. While water is often an aid to conductivity in the case or eumelanin, it was suspected it might be holding it back. It doesn't hold us back. Put us in water and find out what happens. Our freaking hair frizzes the freak up, okay? When they get in water, what happens? Their hair gets flat. There is no electricity to make it stand up to the sun. Point in case. The process they employed isn't new. It's called annealing and has been used before to boost conductivity in other materials. Clumps of eumelanin were sealed in a high vacuum and heated to 600 degrees Celsius, says Tassini. We heated these eumelanin films no thicker than a bacterium under vacuum conditions from 30 minutes up to 6 hours. We call the resulting material high vacuum annealed eumelanin, or HVAE. The HVAE films were now dark brown and about as thick as a virus, he says. So I want you to listen to this. They had to transform the weaker melanin to make it into a stronger melanin, which would now be dark brown. What color is our skin? And thick. How does our hair look? Our hair is thick. I know my hair is. Lips are thick. A lot of things about us are thick, okay? Um, so they're trying to be more like us. Pizzella tells phys.org. The conductivity of the films increased billionfold to an unprecedented value of over 300 S.cm after annealing at 600 degrees Celsius for 2 hours. This is still far less than conductivity in metals, but it's now within a useful range. What's next for you, Melanin? The process Pazzella's team came up with is simple, enough that it will be easy to boost you melanin's conductivity going forward, but that's just the beginning. He hopes to architect a simple to handle version of HVAE, perhaps a sheet of it that will allow others to begin experimenting with using it as a coating for implantable technology. All right, I want to stop right there. Where are they getting melanin from? What technology has been pushed for the last 2 years to be injected into people? He just said implantable technology. Who are they targeting in most areas? Impoverished areas. What's up, 8 with the 24? I'm just now seeing you in the chat. Impoverished areas have been targeted, you all, for certain injections. I'm not even going to get into that. So there's a far more sinister situation taking place here. Let's continue. Further research is needed to fully understand the ionic versus electronic contributions in eumelanin conductivity, says Pizzella, which could be key to how eumelanin is used practically in implantable electronics. We all just said, that's right, 8 with a 24, us. They're talking about us. All day, every day hash. What's good, Sky Because I didn't even know y'all were in the chat, y'all. I was so deeply embedded into this freaking article that I was reading because I'm so sick of it. It's F your feelings today, y'all. It's F your feelings Friday. And I'm just tired of them trying to play down the importance of the melanated being. Okay. Now, before y'all came up, I was talking about Uncle Sam. I was talking about the Selective Service. I was talking about the fact that even though they wanted to draft our kings and princes into the U.S. Army, they wanted to still segregate them back in 1917. Okay, but you needed their strength and numbers. You needed their melanin and their power because you know they are the stronger species. Okay, you know what this DNA does. You know what this genetic looks like. All of it, y'all. That's right. They talking about us. Y'all hold a fist up right now. Okay, I'm tired of the nonsense. Let me stop sharing my screen. And so that's the trickery. That's the trickery of it all, the mind games that they play when they write these articles. This is why I am very strategic in how I read and how I disseminate the information. For those of you, who like this channel, yes, that's right. Throw that fist up. That's what I'm talking about. Right back at you. For those of you who are not used to this channel, get used to it because I love talking about stuff like this. I can have conversations all day, all night, talking about this type of stuff. I don't like to talk about tedious things because there are far more interesting things going on out here. These are the conversations they're having behind our backs. Okay, while they got us focused on Ukraine. Ukraine has nothing to do with us. Okay. This was something going on between those presidents. This is something that they had already orchestrated. Every time they make a decision, we have nothing to do with it. But then they want to use our power, our DNA, our energy. Okay. Send our troops over there, our melanated kings over there, using their melanin, their energy. Okay, to what? Push their narrative and agenda. And you promising people that you're going to pay college tuition if they join the selective service, the U.S. military. Nothing against people that join the military, but I'm telling y'all, these people chew you up and spit you out. Okay. I am a daughter, and I will say this again, I'm a daughter of a military veteran. Um, and the military can afford you many different opportunities as far as traveling and seeing the world. But y'all, we can do this on our own with a passport. Okay. I lived in another country for 5 years. I know what it's like to live amongst other people, other cultures. But you have to understand the ramifications behind what's going on here. I've talked to many veterans over the phone in my course of what I used to do, and it is, and this has nothing to even do with race at this time. What I'm talking about is the fact of how the military uses these veterans. I'm talking, they take your 20s, they take your 30s, they take your good years, your youth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, I remember, I used to go to a hospital where a lot of the military veterans would go when they came back from war. Okay, because we had the benefits of the military. And so I had to go see a specialist. And when I used to go see the specialist, there used to be a lot of military people there. And my mother used to go there too. And she told me she would see these young men in their early 20s, arms blown off, legs missing, all in the name of war, because they sent them to where? Across the freaking desert. Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Iraq War. And why? Why did they get blown up? Why are they missing limbs? Nobody can tell us. Allegedly because they said that Saddam had weapons of mass destruction, which he did not. When they found Saddam, he was where? Somebody basically told on him. He was found in a hole. He was hiding. He was the one hiding. The United States was the one over there bombing up their whole entire country, blowing up their children, y'all. There's children over there that are missing limbs right now today because they've blown up these children. They've blown up the children's families. They don't tell you about that. And then you know what, to add insult to injury, you know what they did? They had a team, okay, of reporters following. Who does this? Please, somebody tell me this. Hold on. I got to get to this point. 8 with the 24, you said they have them under MK Ultra 2. I'm pretty sure they do. That's why they have PTSD. Exactly why. And I got to show you something. Ukraine bombed themselves. What? Wow. Please show that to me. I got to see that. So, that is crazy. What I wanted to say is this. Who do you know? Now, this happened back in 2003, for those of you who may or may not be aware. That's when they sent the troops over to Iraq. That's when George Bush Jr. was in office. And basically, they sent a team of reporters over there with the soldiers, telling the war strategies, telling the war tactics, telling that they were entering at the border, showing us day by day they were on tanks. I mean, if you're in a war, everybody knows, what does the art of war tell you? First of all, you don't give away your war strategies, okay? You don't do that. You don't say, "Oh, we're entering over here. We're coming through this way. We're almost there. We have this many miles left. This many days before we," like what? Who does this? So all of this, y'all, is called Operation Mockingbird. Please look that up. I want y'all to look that up. Let's say 824 said, Bill Cooper said, how can a reporter find Osama, but the government couldn't? And he ended up getting away again until he supposedly died. That was all orchestrated because Osama bin Laden was a part of the CIA, you all. I talked about this on my channel about 2 years ago. Osama bin Laden was, his name, I think, was Tim Price. Okay. They have photographs of him. You can look him up. All of that beard and everything, that whole thing was orchestrated. And when what's his name, Obama said that he got Osama and all of this, and They got him and he was hiding and he took one of the women and shielded himself with the woman, and all that was made up. It was fabricated. They came in on helicopters. It's not true. Y'all, just wasn't true. Exactly. Bill Cooper was on point every time. We're going to have to study Bill Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse, because I got that book and I actually want to pull it up on here and talk about it. I know people talk about Bill Cooper being, controversial. Hey, I'm in tune with that freaking book. I love that book. It's one of my favorite books that I've read. And a lot of the stuff that he talks about is very true, very prevalent. Bill Cooper is no longer here today, and neither is Phil Schneider. Okay. For those of you who are not familiar with Phil Schneider, please look him up. People don't even talk about him anymore like that. But I did discover him back in like 2015 when I was doing some research, y'all. He's no longer here, but he exposed a lot of things. And I think you can actually find some of his information still maybe out there. They they quote unquote said that he allegedly uh, committed suicide, but we all know that wasn't true because his death was very suspicious, you all. Okay. This one is too, but the kicker is Putin is in on it too. The world is a stage, world economic agenda. Absolutely correct. And one thing about Putin, he's very strategic. You got to respect his hustle. Okay, he ain't no punk. And he's definitely in charge of his army and in charge of Russia. You know, he sits comfortably. Every time I see him, he looks like he's up to no good and he's playing no games, y'all. I remember when they had the Olympics and all that stuff was going on. Putin was just sitting right there like he wasn't worried about a thing. Okay. Now, every time you see one of our quote unquote presidents, it looks like havoc and chaos. It's just freakly, quite frankly, it's embarrassing. Okay. It's embarrassing. I can't even believe that we had a freaking alleged president that was a freaking reality star host, a TV star host, a celebrity person. How is anybody taking us seriously? This is all entertainment, y'all. These people are like they probably sit behind the scenes and just laugh at us. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't pay attention to the because they are not going to traumatize me with their petty nonsense. Whatever they have going on with Ukraine, there's nothing that we personally can do about it. What are we going to do? Do we have a military? No. Do we have weaponry and machinery like they have? No. Do we have access to a tank? No, we don't. Can we get on a plane and just fly when we want? No. Do we have bombs? I don't think so. Do we have grenades? I would think not. Some of y'all don't even have a bulletproof vest, let alone a machine gun. Okay. Some of y'all probably don't even have a pistol. So why is everybody so heavily invested like they can do something about Ukraine? Let's keep let's keep going. Let's see. You said and Kerry Mullins, I think they killed him because he created the PCR test and he said it's not accurate. He died in 2019. So they use his test for Ooh. See, I don't even know who Kerry Mullins is. I'm gonna have to find out. I don't know who that is. And what is the PCR test? Please enlighten me because I'm curious at this point. It says, yeah, Putin a part of the agenda too. It's crazy. Him, Trump, Biden, Gates, Fauci, it's lame. I'm very disappointed in Trump, but at this point, can you really be like surprised? Can you really be surprised? They this all this stuff was already planned out. Fauci is nothing but a little leprechaun demon. Okay, he's a fraud. He's a big fraud. I can't stand his little gremlin looking self, and he's a big liar. Yeah. F your feelings. I don't care. People probably who why am I supporting these people? Who are they to me? Do they change my life on a daily basis? No, they don't. Why are people getting in disarray and disharmony and discord with family, friends, and co-workers because of who they voted for? Because it doesn't really matter. Are these people coming to your house, changing your lives on a day-by-day basis? No, they're not. Okay. Falling out. My sister was telling me people it's so stupid, y'all. When they had the election, the last one with Hillary didn't win and Trump won. She said people stopped speaking to each other at work. People were getting into it on Facebook, unfriending people on Facebook because they voted for somebody or they had a certain political stance. Y'all, these people don't know y'all. They don't know you personally. Do you think that these people even care about you personally? No, they don't. You just saw them tell you what they care about you. They don't. They don't care anything about you. All they want you to do is try to join the military so they can use you for their own selfish purposes and gain. Okay. Okay. So you said Carrie Mullis is a Nobel Prize winner too. Okay. PCR test is the C19 test. You laughing at me? They just help make it worse, not help us exactly right. So yeah, we gotta have our own agendas around here. And right now my agenda is F Your Feelings Friday because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. I tell you the ugly truth. I don't tell you the beautiful lies. If you don't like it, F your feelings, okay? Um, you say you just sent me a DM. Let me check that out. Okay, let me check it out and see what it's all about. We're gonna do the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Yeah, I was so tired before I came on here. I didn't even think I was gonna do F your feelings, but I said, nah, I gotta show up for myself. You know what I'm saying? If I don't show up for anybody else, I gotta show up for myself. Because I gotta come on and tell these people the truth, y'all. Let me check my DM. Ooh, how you been doing? 8 with the 24. How things been going for you though? I'm getting hungry, y'all. Ooh, okay. Kerry Mullis explains why his PCR test is not a diagnostic test. All right. Ooh, the test and file. I wonder, can I even play this stuff on here? Because y'all already know how they be doing. I might have to put this on my Patreon. 8 with the 24. This is some good information. I'm going to check it out, actually. I love stuff like this. Thank you so much for sending this to me, y'all. For those of you who are not aware, check out Carrie, Kary, Mullis, Mullis. I'm going to post it in here. I'm glad you're doing all right. I had a very eventful night last night. I was telling the people, that I went to go see. Um, I went to go see Joe, Anthony Hamilton, and Maxwell last night. And it was a very live audience. Even the intermissions were wonderful. I like to go to shows where people are actually talented. Oh, you posted it on Patreon too? I got to check out your Patreon, 8 with the 24. So, look, I really hope you focus more on your Patreon because you be having some good information. You really should promote your Patreon more. Let the people know it's out there. If you want to post your Patreon right here in the comment section, please do so because you be having some good information. Yes, Joe is a fire singer. Yes, he is. And he still sounds the same. Like that voice is not going anywhere at all. And his songs are so just smooth. Like, oh my God. He sung that song, the Knock 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 song, More and More. You know what song I'm talking about. He sung that. I missed part of the beginning though, so because but anyway, I still enjoyed what I found of it. Yes, definitely. Because we got to share this knowledge, y'all. We can't be holding the information back. And for those people who don't care to hear it, F your feelings, okay? Because I'm with we telling the truth over here on this side. Y'all over there living the beautiful lie, continue to live your beautiful lie. I'd rather get the truth, okay? So I hate that we have a generation of people that they want to lie to. And so a lot of the younger generation are being enlightened and I love it. Like you can't get mad at them. They're not subscribing to these regular slave corporations, okay? They're finding ways to become entrepreneurs, finding ways to make money, and this is what they don't want. This is why they are trying to find every way they can to tax you on your cash apps, tax you on cryptocurrency, tax you if you have PayPal accounts, tax you if you have a Venmo account, any way that you're able to share and make financial income. They're trying to find a way to tax it because they want to have their hands in your pocket all across the pot, greedy idiots. Okay, and they still owe me my freaking income tax check. Okay, I don't have it yet, y'all. So let's join hands and bow our heads. We're going to pray for my income tax money, y'all. Don't you know this has been almost a year now? And they told me the other day, I stayed on the phone 3.5 freaking hours getting transferred and being placed on hold, only for them to tell me to call back in 16 weeks. So that's why, y'all, F these people. They don't give a F about us. Why should we give a F about them and their agenda, their narratives? We're creating our own narratives around here, okay? And it's called the F Your Feelings Friday narrative. Y'all join the CEO club, okay? We CEOs over here. We are bosses. We don't get bossed around. That's what they don't like. They envy us. They want our melanin, okay? For those of you who take care of yourselves, that's why we look the way we do. Thank God we don't look like what we've been through, y'all, because I got some stories that y'all would not even imagine, you know. And for the people out there, there's so many people trying to hold you down, trying to tear you apart, wanna basically just destroy you. For no reason. They want to destroy your energy, just destroy your essence. I don't know what it is about certain people, why people will just want to antagonize them and destroy them. That's the demon in them, y'all. They're gremlins. Okay. Look at them and laugh. They can't stand for you to be happy. They want you to be weak. They want to prey on your downfall. But F your feelings. I was about to say the F word for real, but I'm trying to be a lady, you all. Okay. I'm telling you, if I were a dude, I would be some trouble out here, okay? I would be in some real trouble out here, y'all. So, yeah, we have been on here for almost an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't plan on being on that long. Anyway, thank you so much. 8 with the 24 Sky Atticus, everyone that's joining me, everyone that will see this in the future. Next time I will try to be a little more planned, okay? I will try to make this announcement a little quicker and sooner. I put together a different show for y'all and I will come on camera next time. But this time, y'all, I'm just tired. Okay, I got places to be tomorrow, things to do. You know what I'm saying? But next time I shall come on. Oh, you said my grandma didn't even get hers last year. That is a shame. Why are they ripping that woman off? She has earned, okay, her due justice, her due diligence to have her income tax money. Y'all see what they're doing to the senior citizens after her blood, sweat, and tears have helped build this community? And they don't want to give her her money. Pay her what's due. Pay her what's owed. So that's why I'm saying, like, they talking about, oh, people stormed the White House. People should storm the White House. Y'all, we really should boycott a lot of this system. What we need to be doing is stocking up on things, okay, such as bulletproof vests, such as artillery, such as machinery, equipment that we're going to need to defend ourselves because they're already trying to get money out of circulation. They lying to us right now at the dollar store talking about it's a coin shortage. How the F is it a coin shortage? And y'all got a money machine, dummies. Some nonsense. Stay out of trouble for your kids. That's right. Stay out of trouble. Exactly. Worked in pain until she was almost 70. You see what I'm talking about? There's no need for this. And you got the freaking queen, the reptilian, okay? First she died. Now they saying she's alive. And she hasn't worked a day in her filthy, rotten life. Stealing our money and our funds off the blood, sweat, tears, and pain of our melanated women and men over here. It's a shame. We got to go to war for ours, y'all. That's a shame. People should not have to work till they're almost 70. I don't even agree with that. So yeah, and then with cryptocurrency, they're trying to find a way to mess that up for people because they see that people are getting rich. Millionaires are being born off of cryptocurrency. Millionaires are in the making off of cryptocurrency, and they can't stand it. People are not working regular jobs anymore because of cryptocurrency. Go around and look at all these signs they got out here talking about hiring at the UPS, at the post office, hiring. And y'all, don't even get me started on the post office, messing up mail, mixing up mail, putting it in the wrong mailbox, packages stuck in the freaking delivery box. Okay, this is a personal issue, so excuse me for venting, you all, because it's the second time I've been to the post office this week. I told them I can't get my package. I've already paid for it. You all, Mary Kay products in the making over here. I can't even utilize the products. I can't even sell the products. You know why? Because it's stuck in the freaking mailbox, and the mailbox key doesn't work, and the lock is broken. Sounds like an issue to me. And I have been going on 2 weeks now without my package. F your feelings. That's what they told me. Right. Something is right because why do they always talk about the royal family? There's another country, but something is definitely up. Exactly right. Go ahead. FedEx left my TV on the what? FedEx left your TV on the porch. You see, they don't care. That's just some nonsense. You know what? Get a camera and make sure y'all have a camera pointing down at your packages because people are coming up to people's properties and stealing packages. They're throwing packages. They're breaking packages. They don't give a F. F your feelings. That's what they said. So anyway, we got to do better, y'all. But I'm going to be signing out. Before I leave, let's give our testimonials. You know how we do. If y'all got any testimonials in the chat it out. You know, my testimonial is you all, I'm still here. I'm still here, y'all. I still have breath in my body and energy in my soul. So I'm still here. That's my testimonial. And I'm continuing to meet clients. I'm continuing to meet customers. And, we're just growing and expounding. That's all I can say. And we're on a stepping stone, a stepping ladder to where we're trying to get to. Okay. Let me see your testimonial. 8. You said I do. Luckily, my grandma lives close and is nosy, so that's 2 cameras. That's not a testimonial. Well, that's wonderful. Okay, I think we all should have cameras on our houses at this point in the day. You said get some rest. I sure am, y'all. I'm actually hot right now and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna cool myself off. I don't know why I'm hot. Um, but I did go show some properties today, y'all, and I have some properties to show tomorrow as well. Um, oh yeah, we want to make sure we do our manifestations, y'all, because we're in full moon energy. So, for those of you who are not aware, the full moon is here. I'm not sure which zodiac sign the moon is in. Okay, but it's a crazy moon. I don't really like to do too much in the full moon. I try to lay low because people act erratic. People be acting crazy. People be acting insane and stupid. It be too much going on in that full moon energy. Be pulling on our energy. It will make you tired and drained and exhausted as well. So we gotta overstep that stuff. Yeah, go ahead and get the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's not your testimony, but that's okay. That's okay. It can be. You know what I'm saying? We all got to get the bag. So let's do a moon manifesting, okay, for this full moon energy so we can all get the bag. How about that? I'm going to light a candle for us, okay? That's what we going to do. F your feelings. Y'all don't like it too bad. Don't be hating over here on the CEO club. It's brown girls are beautiful all day, every day. It's hashtag no days off. Foggy brain is going around too right now. It is. It is, y'all. Stumbling over the words and stuff. But that's okay. We know what we mean. It's all about the intent. And the universe, I like to say the multiverse, okay? Because the universe is infinite. So as long as the multiverse knows what we mean, that's all that matters, okay? And with that, y'all, we're going to be signing out. I think I touched on all the key points. If not, y'all type it out on the chat next time what y'all want me to talk about, and we'll talk about it. And if you haven't checked out the beginning of this video, make sure you rewind it and play it back. And now I'm going to play a few little clips, oh, yeah, I wanted to share this with y'all too. Let me see if I can share this. I was being a diva at the Heartfelt Fashion Show. And I wanted to share my pictures with y'all. So let me see if I can share my screen before I close out. Because I was just like, the girl that took the photos, she's like a beginning amateur photographer. And so I asked her if she would take some of my pictures when I was there, y'all, because I like taking pictures. Okay. And she was gracious enough to take my photos. And I want to share those with you before I close out. So this is when I went to it's called the Heartfelt Fashion Show, and the Charlotte Honeybees were there, okay, and they were modeling some of the clothes at the fashion show. There were a lot of realtors there. There were people that were doing marketing, a lot of melanated business, vending, networking, things of that nature. I think they had some teammates were there and all types of stuff like that. So everybody just we're gonna try to network amongst one another. Okay, that's the best thing that we can do is networking. Okay. Oh, Sookie, Sookie now. I'm sharing my screen. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Okay. But I'm sharing my screen. Okay. It says sharing a window. All right. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. All right. So this is me. All right. I'm sitting in front of the fireplace. Let me see if I can bring this up. Oh, it won't. I don't know if it'll expand. Okay. Here we go. That's me, y'all. And my face looks a little shiny. Okay. Here's picture number 2. That's me. Picture number 3. That's me again. Okay, that's me again, y'all. This is what melanin will do for the body. Let me stop playing. All right. So some of these are repeat photos. I had a few more, but I don't know if they've all translated over. So anyway, look out for those. I'm going to share them on my Instagram page. Okay. Shouts out to me and shouts out to Stephanie, you all. That was the photographer. Oh, it wasn't showing? Did you? Oh, I'm sorry you couldn't see it. 8 with the 24. I thought it was showing. Oh, let me find out Apple. Look, I'm using an Apple computer, so I don't know why it won't show. Let me try it one more time before we roll out of here. Okay, go to the window, to the wall. Let me stop. Let's see. Go. How do I share my screen? Entire screen. Oh no, we don't want to share the entire screen, do we? Well, I don't really have anything on here. But I don't want to do that. So it didn't pop up. It says go to, y'all. My apologies. I don't even know if I can share it. Oh, but that's okay. Check it out on my Instagram page. I'll post it in my story section, and maybe I'll have it up here next time. But that was me at the Heartfelt Fashion Show, you all. Okay. And look, I should bring something else up for you. I don't even know if I can pull it up because it's like the way it's saved. But I had a really cute outfit that I was gonna put on for you all. My ensemble was gonna be really cute. I did look a little makeshift video for it, and I didn't wear it today. So what I'm gonna do is probably wear it next time. But be on the lookout for that, y'all. Cause I like fashion. I like dressing up. Okay, I'm like a doll baby. I like to look cute. So none of that, just whatever. You laughing at me, 8. All right, I'm about to get off here for real right now. And hopefully you have enjoyed, okay, another episode of F Your Feelings Friday, you all. I love the love. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming out. Stay tuned. I might do a Sunday rendezvous, okay? And that's something else I like doing Sunday evenings. If I'm not doing anything, I might do a little Sunday rendezvous special, you all, for you out there, okay? And we're going to go ahead and sign out, all right? We're going to go ahead and close it out like that, you all. Shout out to you, 8 with the 24. Thank you for the love.